Have you ever actually stopped to wonder about that little box sitting on your kitchen counter? You know, the one you completely trust to take a rock-solid frozen block of food and turn it into a piping hot dinner in, what, 3 minutes? Well, what if I told you that you're essentially cooking your meals using World War II military defense technology? Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to uncover the absolutely awe-inspiring high-frequency physics that's just hiding in plain sight right there in your kitchen.
Our story kicks off with a genuinely unbelievable, totally accidental discovery. So picture this, it's 1945, and a self-taught engineer named Percy Spencer is working at a defense tech company called Raytheon. He's just standing next to an active radar set, testing this vacuum tube called a magnetron. Suddenly, he notices something weird. A candy bar in his pocket had completely melted. Obviously intrigued, he deliberately put some popcorn kernels near the tube, and boom, they popped. Then he tried an egg, which, famously, exploded right in the face of a fellow experimenter. Spencer realized right then that these invisible radar waves could rapidly heat food, and literally just like that, microwave cooking was born.
So, here's our agenda for today's explainer. We're covering the accidental radar discovery, 5 spectacular science secrets, how the magic actually works, why microwaves are useful, and we'll wrap up with dangers, myths, and mistakes. All right, jumping right into Section 1, the accidental radar discovery. From military defense, straight to your kitchen. The timeline for this tech is just fascinating. In 1940, the cavity magnetron was invented to power short-wavelength radar for the war. Then we get Percy Spencer's messy candy bar accident in 45, and Raytheon just races to commercialize it. But get this, the first commercial unit in 1947, they called it the Radarange, was an absolute behemoth. We're talking nearly 6 feet tall, 750 pounds. It literally had to be plumbed with water just to stay cool, and it cost up to $3,000. No way that was fitting in a normal kitchen. It actually wasn't until decades later, in 1967, that the Amana Corporation dropped the first popular, affordable countertop model. That was the game changer, when this tech finally leaped from the battlefield to domestic life.
Moving to Section 2, 5 spectacular science secrets. Let's unveil some of this invisible magic.
The physics inside this machine is wild, but we can break it down into 5 spectacular secrets. First, that vacuum tube, the magnetron, shoots out invisible electromagnetic waves. Second, the metal walls of the chamber trap that energy, bouncing it all around. Third, the water, sugar, and fat molecules inside your food act like tiny little magnets with positive and negative ends. Fourth, these waves change direction roughly 2.45 billion times a second. That forces those molecules to violently flip and rotate to keep up. And fifth, all that rapid movement creates intense molecular friction. Seriously, imagine rubbing your hands together super fast on a freezing day to warm up. Your microwave is doing exactly that, but to billions of molecules all at once.
Now, the fancy physics term for this whole process is dielectric heating. It's just a wildly efficient way to transfer energy. See, instead of wasting time heating the empty air around the food, these high-frequency waves pass right through the air harmlessly. They specifically target those polar molecules, mostly water, but sugars and fats too, right inside your meal. The waves make them vibrate, and that vibration is exactly what we feel as thermal energy, heat.
Section 3, how the magic actually works. The actual mechanics plus a cool home experiment.
Okay, so how does the energy actually make the journey from your wall to your plate? It's a pretty straightforward 4-step path. Step 1, your standard wall outlet gives alternating current electricity. Step 2, the magnetron grabs that power and converts it into high-energy microwaves, usually sitting right at a 2.45 gigahertz frequency. Step 3, a hollow metal tube, called a waveguide, funnels those waves straight into the cooking chamber. And Step 4, the waves bounce off those shiny, reflective metal walls and penetrate your food from every single angle.
But hang on a second. How can we actually prove these invisible waves are real? Because, you can't see them, you can't feel them just floating in the air. Well, what if I told you that you could visualize this invisible spectrum right in your own kitchen?
This is honestly brilliant. You can literally measure the physics with cheese. Try this. Take a plate, spread some shredded cheese evenly across it, and put it in your microwave. But, and this is absolutely crucial, remove the turntable first so the plate does not spin. Run it for about 1 minute. When you pull it out, the cheese won't be melted evenly. It's going to be melted in very specific circular hot spots, while the cheese right between them is completely unmelted. If you take a ruler and measure the distance between those melted gooey spots, you'll find they're exactly about 2.5 inches apart. That distance is perfectly half the wavelength of a 2.45 gigahertz microwave. You are literally measuring the peaks of a standing electromagnetic wave using dairy. How cool is that? So those melted spots represent the peaks of the wave, right? That's where the energy is at its absolute highest. The unmelted spots are the nodes, where the energy essentially cancels out. It creates this stationary map of hot and cold zones. And that right there is exactly why the turntable was invented. It's such an ingenious mechanical fix. By continuously rotating the food, every single bite of your meal gets dragged through both the hot and cold spots, giving you a way more even cook.
All right, Section 4, why microwaves are useful. We're talking speed, nutrients, and pure efficiency.
When you stack a microwave up against a conventional oven, the differences are huge. Think about your regular oven. It cooks outside in using hot, dry air. That heat has to slowly migrate to the center. That's fantastic if you want to dry out the surface for a crispy crust or get some caramelization. But a microwave? It excites atoms everywhere all at once. The radio waves pass right through and heat from the inside out using water friction. Because the air inside the microwave stays at room temperature, there's no crispy crust forming. It's just a completely different style of thermal transfer.
Because of that unique inside-out heating, microwaves actually have some spectacular health and efficiency perks. You're cooking rapidly without drowning your food in boiling water, which makes this method superior at holding on to water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C and B complex. You can perfectly steam veggies using just their own internal water, so zero added oils needed. Plus, because the cooking temperatures almost never go above the boiling point of water, you totally avoid creating those carcinogenic chars and tars you'd get from a grill. And if you care about your electric bill, they're wildly energy efficient, averaging just about 72 kilowatt hours a year. Which brings us to Section 5, Dangers, Myths, and Mistakes. Basically, what happens when the magic goes wrong?
And trust me, when it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. Number 1, never, ever microwave an intact egg. The internal steam pressure builds up super fast with nowhere to escape, causing incredibly violent, scary explosions. Number 2, superheated liquids. If you heat a smooth liquid for too long, it can actually heat way past its boiling point without ever bubbling. Then, the second you disturb it, boom, spontaneous eruption of boiling water everywhere. Number 3, always check your plastics. Using the wrong kind can cause toxic chemicals like BPA to literally leach straight into your food. And finally, those cold spots we mentioned earlier? If you don't stir your food or let it rest, those spots can stay cold enough to harbor harmful foodborne bacteria.
Now, what about the ultimate golden rule? No metal. If you've accidentally left a fork on your plate, you've seen the terrifying fireworks. Here's the actual science behind it. Any conductive metal acts as an antenna in there. When you have pointed metal, like the sharp tines of a fork or crinkled aluminum foil, it concentrates all that electric charge right at those sharp tips. It actually pushes past the dielectric breakdown of the air itself. This creates a glowing, highly conductive plasma spark. It is literally mini lightning right next to your leftovers, and yes, it can completely ruin your oven or start a fire. Just a quick standard medical note here to be completely impartial. Back in the early days of this tech, stray electromagnetic waves could actually occasionally interfere with older electronic cardiac pacemakers. Now, modern pacemakers are strictly shielded to protect against this, but, any patient with a pacemaker should always consult their healthcare provider if they're ever concerned. Okay, time to tackle the single biggest myth out there. Does microwaving make your food radioactive? It's the question that's freaked people out for decades. I'm just gonna bust this one right now. Nope. Completely bust it. Microwaves use what's called non-ionizing radiation. That means, sure, the waves have enough energy to jiggle atoms around and create heat, but they absolutely do not have the power to knock electrons off atoms or mutate DNA. It's not like an X-ray or nuclear radiation at all. And the best part? The millisecond that machine turns off, the waves vanish. The energy completely dissipates. It doesn't linger in your food. The exact same way a room doesn't stay glowing after you flip off the light switch. Your food is 100% perfectly safe.
All right, let's bring it all home with our 5 key takeaways for today. 1. This whole technology was a complete accident, born straight out of World War II radar research. 2. It doesn't use ambient heat. It relies entirely on vibrating water molecules to create intense molecular friction. 3. The physics of standing waves means you absolutely need that spinning turntable if you want your food cooked evenly. 4. Surprisingly, it's actually a superior method for keeping vitamins intact and saving energy. And 5. Respect the physics, folks. Keep sealed containers, sharp metals, and shady plastics far away from the chamber.
So I really hope this explainer changed how you look at that little box humming away on your counter. The next time you toss in a plate of leftovers and hit start, ask yourself, are you just making a quick dinner, or are you actively conducting a high-frequency physics experiment right in your own kitchen? Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.